Everyone, I welcome you once again. Hello everyone, I welcome you to Erida Digital. In today's lesson, we want to look at the outline for our training. We'll be looking at the course is divided into 3 sections. The first section we'll be looking at database software. We'll also look at types of database software, examples of database software. From there, we'll look at Microsoft Access software. From there, we'll look at the introduction to Microsoft Access, how Microsoft Access can be used, what Microsoft Access can do for us. We'll also look at Microsoft Access interface or environment. We'll also look at some terms associated with Microsoft Access. That's the objects. We have the table, the form, the query, the report. We'll also look at other terminologies associated with Microsoft Access. We'll look at key, modulo, micro. We'll also look at the data types in Access. Then part 2, with the knowledge that we have acquired, we should be able to create a school management system with a login system. Then part 3, we'll use that same knowledge to build a professional school-based assessment system to generate terminal reports. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, comment and share this video. Now let's dive into what we are to learn today. Now, what is a database? That's the question. We need to understand what database is before we dive into details about what Microsoft Access. So first of all, a database is any collection of related information. Is what? Is any collection of what? Related information. Database can be stored in different ways. For example, on the paper, in your mind, in the computer. So database is like a carefully organized and structured digital library where information is stored in a way that makes it easy to access, manage, and understand. It consists of what? Related data, which is organized into what? Tables, each containing what? Particular type of information. These tables are connected in what? In a logical manner, allowing for efficient retrieval and manipulation of what? Data. So database, let's think about database as what? As a filing system. So a filing system, we have different what? Drawers or what? Or table for various type of what? Of what? Information. So let's take you take a form. That's how a database look like, a form. We have a field for inputting details. Okay, we have field for inputting details. So we are thinking about database as what? A filing system. So the filing system has different what? Drawers, which we are calling as table for various type of information. We have the customers, the product, the order. Each drawer contains what? Neatly organized what? Folders, which are the role, which individual piece of data or attribute or field is kept. So this structure approach makes it simple to perform what? Tasks like searching for information, upgrading or updating records, or what? Or generating what? Report. So database often what? Provide mechanism for what? Ensuring data integrity, security, and scalability, making them efficient tool for businesses. So we can liken a database to what? To a digital library or a library. If you go to a library, the books are arranged in an orderly manner. So each shelf has what? A particular kind of book. that you're supposed to take. So let's dive more. Now,
please subscribe to this channel, like, comment. You can even share so that others can also benefit from this course.
There are many types of database. There are a lot of database, but we are going to look at the two main types of database. We have what is called relational database. Relational database. Now, relational database is a type of database that organize data into one or more tables. So in relational database, there's organization of data into one or more tables. Then each table has columns and rows. I'll be discussing all of these things when we start the Microsoft Access interface or environment. And then a unique key identify each row. That's where we're going to look at primary key and foreign key. Now, examples of relational database, have Microsoft Access, which we will be looking at in this session. We have Microsoft SQL Server, Oracle Database, MySQL, and the rest. Okay. Now, so what is RDBMS? RDBMS stands for Relational Database Management System. Now, this is a piece of software which is used to create and manage different database. So we have talked about it. So the four basic functions of relational database, this is what it do. 1, for creating database. 2, for reading data from database. We can read data. 3, for updating records and data in database. We'll be looking at all those things. The data is the information that you enter into the computer. Then delete, for deleting data from database. Now the second type of database is non-relational database. So non-relational database, or what is called NoSQL, is a broad category. It's a broad category that includes any database that does not use SQL as its primary data access language. So for relational database, they have a primary data access language. Unlike in relational database, data in a NoSQL database does not have to conform to a predefined schema. So this type of data are great for organizations seeking to store unstructured or semi-structured data. For the non-relational database, it is not structured. Okay, it's not structured as the relational database. When we dive into detail, we would understand more. So these are some of the examples of the non-relational database. Now, what is we were talking about this, so I want us to understand what is that. SQL, which stands for structured query language. It's a structured query language. So any database which use a structured query language, which enable it to interact with a relational database. Okay, let's proceed. So these are the difference between the SQL, which is the relational database, and then the NoSQL, which is non-relational database. Our focus will be on the relational database, but I'm just going to give you just a brief description about it. So if you look at this table, we have a table, or it's also called a relation. So here, where we have the customer ID, is called the primary key. We'll look at what primary key is. And then here it's called the domain. Okay. These are the columns. And these are the rows. For if you look at the SQL, is very structured. It's not very structured. It's not structured. It's semi-structured. Okay. So we'll stop over here. If you have any question for us on what we have learned, you ask so that we proceed. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to Ereda TV for more content on database. Thank you very much.